Creatures so terrifying that they could make your skin crawl. And encounters so bizarre that they almost look unreal. Some were an accident.
Get away!
While other horrors were brought to life in unexpected ways. So, get ready to meet some of the most bizarre and creepy creatures you wouldn't want to run into. In this video, this guy is documenting some really bizarre stuff happening in his outhouse. First, he shows a ton of giant leech-like creatures slithering around, like the place is packed. It's like they're on some super speed growth serum. The outhouse has officially turned into a creepy, creature-filled nightmare. But the real question is, where did these things even come from? Honestly, it's giving serious Slither 2006 vibes. Creepy, right? What would you guys do if you found this in your backyard? Let me know in the comments. Creepy creatures. This guy decided to show us what's living in the old well in his backyard. And let's just say, it's not for the faint of heart. Inside, a family of slithering creatures with monstrous faces is ready to bite anything that comes near. But wait, there's more. In another clip, a snake-like creature with horns on its head pops out of its hole. The guy just stands there, shining his flashlight like it's a nature documentary. Are these creatures from another planet? Or just really angry reptiles? Either way, I'm staying far away from that backyard. Creepy sight. After a major flood hit Texas, something pretty strange happened. Thousands of worms gathered in odd clumps, lining up perfectly down the middle of the road. A video captured this, and it honestly looked a little creepy. The worms seemed to be wriggling in an almost unnatural pattern, like they had a plan or something. So, was this just a weird result of the flood, or is there something else going on? You decide. All in one. Here, a guy hears strange noises coming from his garage and decides to investigate with a flashlight. Classic move, right? As he gets closer, he spots something on a shelf. And guess what? It's not a raccoon or a stray cat. Nope. It's this bizarre bird-like creature with human-like eyes. A hairy body, long hair on its head, horns? Yup. Horns, and a monkey-like face. Talk about a garage surprise. Honestly, it looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. But where did this thing even come from? Let me know your wildest theories in the comments. Legendary squid returns. What if a creature long thought to be a myth has actually returned? A group of explorers had the shock of their lives when they found a black, squid-like creature stuck to a tree in the woods. Its slimy tentacles moved as if they had a mind of their own, giving the scene an eerie vibe. Many believe this is the North American pine squid, a creature known for clinging to trees and blending into its surroundings. It was thought to be extinct, but guess what? It's back and thriving. Imagine walking in the woods and spotting that. Creepy, right? Unseen pipe creatures. Deep in a grimy, mud-filled pipe, an explorer came across something really bizarre. Two grayish-black blobs pulsating like they had a heartbeat. These slimy things wriggled in the murky liquid, giving off an unsettling vibe that hinted at something unnatural beneath the surface. Were they alien organisms, unknown life forms, or just pollution taking a weird turn? The debate is wide open. Whatever they are, they definitely don't belong on anyone's top discoveries list. Alien or art? In a strange video from Greece, something resembling an alien was spotted lying on a road, guarded by police. Its bizarre shape and lifelike movement had people buzzing with excitement. An alien encounter, perhaps? But hold on a second. Not everything is as mysterious as it seems. Turns out, this alien wasn't an extraterrestrial at all. It was part of an artistic installation made to resemble a beating heart, created for a protest known as Polytechnio on November 17th. Talk about a plot twist. So, next time you think you've spotted an alien, maybe it's just art messing with your head. Sasquatch in fields. It was supposed to be a normal day for this farmer, just burning some waste in his fields. But then he felt something, like he wasn't alone. Turning around, he froze. There it was, a massive Sasquatch-like creature. Its wild hair looked like it hadn't seen a comb in centuries, and those twisted fingers and sharp teeth? Pure nightmare fuel. Terrified, the farmer didn't stick around for introductions. He bolted, leaving the fire and his bravery behind. Was it really a Sasquatch, or just something his mind cooked up in the smoke? Either way, I bet he's thinking twice before heading back to that field alone. Goatman in shadows. Late-night forest explorations, always a risky move. A man went into the woods to enjoy the calm night air. But things took a spooky turn when he noticed something moving in the dark. Before he could brush it off, he realized what was standing there. The Goatman, with its eerie, half-human, half-goat appearance. The creature crept closer, and the man's bravery quickly evaporated. Heart-pounding, he bolted back the way he came, leaving the shadows and the strange encounter behind. So sometimes, curiosity doesn't just kill cats. It gives humans a good scare, too. Giant spider chase. Caught on CCTV, this bizarre moment left everyone baffled. A man was sprinting down a dimly lit street, clearly terrified, and the reason was, a massive spider-like creature with a long, whipping tail was hot on his heels. The thing looked straight out of a sci-fi flick. Huge legs, weird movements, and downright terrifying. Thankfully, the man managed to escape, leaving the creature to vanish into the night. Some think it was a prank. Others say it was something unexplained. Well, whatever it was, you'd better believe he's double-checking his surroundings from now on. Terrifying encounter. In a small Indonesian village, people talked about demons living in a nearby field. A group of friends, curious and brave, or maybe a little crazy, decided to check it out one night. At first, nothing seemed out of the ordinary, but soon, two dark, humanoid creatures with horns appeared from the shadows. One friend tried to fight back, but things didn't go well, and he was overpowered. Luckily, the group managed to escape with their lives. I guess the demons weren't looking for company after all. Creepy woods. While camping in the woods, a man got that eerie feeling, like someone was watching him. He looked around and, sure enough, spotted two strange creatures standing in the distance. They didn't look like anything from this world, more like something out of those scary novels. They stared at each other for a moment before the creatures turned and darted deeper into the woods, vanishing from sight. Still in shock, the camper packed up and left without a second thought. Not exactly the peaceful camping trip he had in mind. Goat-snatching beast. One night, a farmer heard strange noises coming from his yard and decided to check it out. What he saw was enough to freeze him in his tracks. A chupacabra feeding on his goat. He froze in terror, not knowing what to do. The creature spotted him and charged toward him. The farmer ran back to his house, barely escaping. He couldn't save his goat, and the chupacabra disappeared into the night. Definitely not the kind of creature you'd want hanging around your farm. Mutated creature. A strange creature was spotted in a garden one day. Definitely not your average chicken. This one had spider-like legs and was trying to grab some fruit from a tree. And to top it off, it was way bigger than any normal chicken. Now, how did it get so large? And what's up with those legs? Was it a freak of nature? Or did some science experiment go a bit haywire? I guess we'll never know. But yeah, if you've got an idea, let me know in the comments below. Slimy surprise. What would you do if you found slime stuck on a door, but then saw a slimy creature hanging from it? Well, that's exactly what happened here. This weird, gooey creature was swaying and wriggling like something straight out of a creepy movie. Its body had this swirl shape, making it look even stranger. Some people thought it was just some exotic larva, while others believed it was nature showing off its sense of humor. Whatever it was, it definitely gave off both creepy and fascinating vibes. Creepy visitors. We've all thought about it. What if your lift gets stuck and something creepy crawls out of the duct? Well, this cleaning staff might have actually caught that on camera. This footage shows strange humanoid creatures crawling in a lift duct. But they didn't seem terrifying. Instead, they moved closer, almost as if curiosity got the better of them. Now, is this the real deal? Or just a genius CGI job? It's hard to tell. But whatever it is, those creatures definitely left people scratching their heads. Dogman encounter. Camping in the woods seemed like a bold idea, especially in a place locals avoided due to legends of the Dogman. Ignoring the warnings, one man decided to set up camp there anyway. As he unpacked his gear, he felt something, or someone, moving in the shadows. Turning around, his heart nearly stopped. Standing there was a dogman, just as described in the stories. Part man, part dog, and completely terrifying. Without wasting a second, he abandoned his gear and ran away, leaving behind what was probably the fastest campsite teardown ever. Living muck mystery. Some things truly leave us scratching our heads, and this is one of them. A guy stumbled upon a black, lifeless-looking blob stuck on his windowsill. At first glance, it seemed like ordinary muck. Gross, but safe. But as he got closer, the substance began moving. Yep, it was alive! Pulsating, shifting, and writhing, almost as if it had a mind of its own. Is it some unknown life form, or just nature being extra creepy? Either way, it's enough to give anyone chills. So, what do you think this slimy mystery could be? Let me know in the comments. Terrifying forest encounter. The wilderness has its own way of keeping you on edge, doesn't it? One camper, enjoying a peaceful night under the stars, heard some strange noises nearby. With curiosity, and maybe a pinch of regret, he grabbed his flashlight and went to check. What he found was enough to give anyone nightmares. A creature straight out of a sci-fi movie. With its strange shape and otherworldly vibe, the camper didn't stick around for a meet and greet. He bolted, leaving the creepy scene behind. So, was it a cryptid, an alien, or just a trick of the light? What do you guys think? Eerie owl encounter. In the silence of an abandoned town, a lone traveler stumbled upon an old, creaky house after hearing strange noises inside. With his heart racing, he stepped in and found something truly bizarre. A cage holding an odd-looking owl. Its large, unblinking eyes and unnerving stillness made it seem more like a creature from a nightmare than an ordinary bird. The traveler, feeling a chill down his spine, wisely decided to leave before anything got weirder. Honestly, can you blame him? Who keeps a creepy owl locked up in a ghost town? What would you guys do in his shoes? Alien in woods? The woods really do hold secrets, and these YouTubers might have uncovered one they didn't want to. While exploring an old, abandoned house deep in the forest, everything seemed pretty uneventful. Dusty furniture, creaky floors, you know, the usual spooky vibes. But just as they were about to head out, things took a chilling turn. Standing at the door was a strange creature, long fingers, an almost alien-like face, and an energy that screamed, "You don't belong here!" Before they could react, it darted off into the woods, disappearing as quickly as it appeared. Safe to say, the boys didn't stick around for a second encounter. Would you have followed it? Yeah, me neither. Dino encounter. The night is full of surprises, but this one was straight up bizarre. While heading home late, a man found himself face to face with what looked like a dinosaur. Yep, a literal dinosaur. Its glowing, almost possessed-looking eyes made the moment even more terrifying. Frozen in shock, the man could barely believe what he was seeing. Before he could process anything, the creature bolted into the woods, leaving him both confused and rattled. Was it a prank, a hallucination, or something else entirely? Either way, that's not exactly a sight you'd expect on your nightly commute. What would you do if you saw a dinosaur casually strolling around? Personally, I'd rethink my life choices. Creepy goat mystery. Farm life has its fair share of odd moments, but this one's on another level. Woken up by strange noises one night, a farmer grabbed his lantern and went to check. There, in the dim light, stood a baby goat, but something was off. Its face was bizarrely human-like, and its eerie, glowing eyes made the situation downright spooky. Before the farmer could process what he was looking at, the goat trotted off into the fields and vanished into the darkness. Was it just an unusual animal, or something far stranger? But that's definitely a sight you don't forget easily. Imagine telling your neighbors about this at the next market. Bet they'd think you've lost it. Vanishing werewolf. In a quiet little town, the woods were known for their creepy, unexplained noises. Finally, one brave man decided to see what all the fuss was about. What he found? Well, a werewolf, but not the terrifying full moon kind. This one looked weak, struggling for breath, and far from scary. Feeling a mix of shock and pity, the man hurried back to get help. But when he returned, the werewolf had vanished without a trace. No paw prints, no sign it was ever there. Where do you think it went? Any guesses? Lizard or snake? A group of explorers was hiking when they spotted something slithering on the ground. One curious guy picked it up and discovered it was a lizard, but definitely not your average one. This lizard had a long neck, kind of like a snake, and an even longer tail. So of course, everyone had to grab their cameras and snap some pics and videos. Because come on, you don't come across a creature like this every day. It could have been an unknown species, or maybe a rare hybrid. Who knows? But it's definitely one for the books. Strange creature encounter. This video starts with a guy holding something unusual, but things get even weirder when he brings it closer to a small opening in the wall. Out pops a small, dark arm with bubbly skin and a ton of hair. This little creature was all about getting whatever the guy was holding. It stretched out both arms and reached as far as it could, clearly desperate. Sadly for the creature, it didn't get what it wanted. But this video has everyone guessing what the creature could be. Is it an unknown species, a prank, or something else entirely? Looks like we'll have to wait and see. Neighborhood creeper. Captured by a drone during the coronavirus lockdown, this strange sight left everyone spooked. A mysterious, shape-shifting creature was seen prowling around a residential area in a small town. With its long back, equally long tail, and downright creepy vibes, it moved on all fours as if it owned the place. The creepiest part was that its body seemed to change shapes as it crept around. Some think the quiet streets of lockdown gave these creatures the perfect chance to take over. Well, whatever it is, I'd lock my doors tight, wouldn't you? Attic demon. This guy kept hearing strange noises coming from his attic and decided to check it out. With his camera, of course. And what he found was so terrifying.
Assalamualaikum.
Sitting there was a shadowy creature covered in black fur with a terrifying face and massive horns. Yep, not exactly the fluffy squirrel he might have hoped for. But the real question is, how long had this thing been living up there? Imagine sharing your roof with something straight out of a horror movie. Some say it could have been a demon. Others argue it might have been a prank or just an animal with bad PR. Either way, I'd be sleeping with one eye open. Dogman sighting. In this video, a bizarre-looking wolf was spotted standing in the middle of a road, looking utterly confused, with dense forest on both sides. But here's the twist. Something about it didn't seem right. Could this be the infamous Dogman? Legends of the Dogman have spooked North America for centuries. People describe it as a bipedal creature with a wolf's head, glowing eyes, and a howl that could send shivers down your spine. Sightings are common in Michigan and Wisconsin, but no one knows what it truly is. An animal, a cryptid, or something supernatural. So, what do you think? Was this just a lost wolf having a weird day, or did someone catch a cryptid on camera? Under the bed. In an abandoned house, someone caught footage of something truly chilling. Beneath a dusty old bed, something enormous was lurking. At first, you might think it's just a giant crab, but nope. This thing was way bigger and way scarier. Its legs stretched out like twisted branches, and its body seemed too large to even fit under there. The camera caught it moving, its legs slowly scraping across the floor, as if it were waiting for someone to come closer. Who knew a bed could hide that? Maybe it's a mutant crab. Or maybe abandoned houses really do hide nightmares. Anyway, I'm never looking under the bed again. How about you? Buried surprise. This guy found a freshly dug hole in the middle of his yard, so he grabbed a flashlight and peered inside. And there it was, a creepy, black-furred, spider-like creature staring back at him. Its body was covered in coarse black hair, and its legs twitched like it wasn't too happy about being disturbed. The guy quickly backed away, but not before catching it on camera. Now, was this some weird mutant spider, or just nature flexing its creepy side? I'll leave it up to you. Cave of Terror. Deep in the shadowy entrance of an abandoned cave, someone stumbled upon a creature straight out of a nightmare. A giant, black-furred spider. Its body was massive, its long legs too numerous to count, and they twitched as though warning anyone daring to come closer. This wasn't just any spider. It seemed to be guarding the cave like a cryptic soldier. The locals whispered tales of it being a guardian of the underworld, and judging by its size and creepy presence, it definitely felt like it. So, who's up for cave exploring now? Not me? Horned serpent. This hiker came across something straight out of a legend. A snake with actual horns. Shocking, right? That's what I thought. Swirling through the grass, this mythical-looking creature had sharp, curved horns that made it look like the guardian of some ancient treasure. It moved slowly, as if sizing up its surroundings, and honestly, the whole scene gave off major "don't mess with me" vibes. Legends often talk about horned serpents being protectors of sacred grounds, and this one seemed to fit the bill perfectly. Maybe it's got a magical side too. Creepy bird. This guy peeked out his front door and saw the last thing anyone wants to see outside. A bizarre bird with a freaky body shape just standing there. It didn't fly away or make any sense. It just stared at the door like it had a bone to pick. The uploader claims it wanted help, but those haunting screams? Definitely not a cry for help. It was like the flying version of a creepy stalker, and it wasn't moving an inch. Let's just say, no one's opening that door anytime soon. Feathered friends or not. Flying creature. This family had the fright of their lives when an unusual, creepy creature decided to show up uninvited in their backyard. At first glance, this bizarre flying critter looked like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Big eyes, strange movements, and oh yeah, gliding through the air like it owned the place. Naturally, the family freaked out, running in all directions and trying everything from loud noises to waving brooms to get it to leave. Turns out, the terrifying intruder was none other than a gentle, flying lemur. And don't worry, the animal control arrived on the scene later, calmed the chaos, and safely relocated the little guy to a proper habitat. Mysterious creature. This weird creature was found lying on the road in St. Lucia, and honestly, it looks like something straight out of a science fiction movie. It kinda resembles the insides of some giant animal. Just Well, sprawled out on the road. Not exactly how most creatures want to spend their last moments, right? A bus rider caught the whole thing on camera, and when they uploaded it online, it totally blew up. Everyone's been speculating about what it could be. Some kind of alien, or just an animal mystery gone wrong? What do you guys think it was? Let me know in the comments. Paranormal encounter. Now, this story is one that'll definitely give you chills. This team set out on a supernatural investigation at an old, abandoned house in the middle of a creepy forest. As they explored, they thought they were ready for whatever creepy stuff might happen. But then, something unbelievable appeared right before their eyes. A demonic figure got caught on camera. Talk about a terrifying twist. We've all seen creepy stuff in movies, but witnessing something like this in real life? Terrifying. So, what do you think was lurking in that forest? Tell me in the comments below. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. While crawling through an old vent, a man made a terrifying discovery. A massive, spider-like creature spinning a web. He froze in shock, but thankfully decided to turn around before things got worse. As he backed out, he realized the whole building was swarming with these creepy, mutant, and giant spiders. What were they? Were they naturally that big? Or was something strange going on? Unfortunately, no one knows for sure. But yeah, maybe there's a hidden scientific explanation. Or maybe just a really big mystery. Anyway, I'm just glad I wasn't the one crawling through that vent.